So I've just been kind of struggling with what to write about and how to make it seem interesting. So just, I guess I just need like help in general with my personal statement.
Yeah, sure. Are there any particular topics that you've been considering?
I have one I've been kind of running with, and I think this is probably like the one thing that sets me apart from most other people. But I do have my bachelor's in biological chemistry, and so I've so my draft now is kind of talking about how um, talking about like my love for science and everything medical and how I was going to go to medical school, but then kind of switched over to law because of essentially politics. And I don't want to get into that too much, but that's kind of the overall or overarching thing I'm kind of going with. But I don't know if it's like good enough.
That could be a great topic. It's all about in how you execute. Topics generally are that way. People ask me, can I write about this? Can I write about that? And I'll say, of course, the question is how. So once we have a draft, we can see, is this the best way to tell that story or could there be a better way? So I guess I would ask you, was there a key moment in time or a key anecdote you can share related to making that decision?
The decision to kind of switch gears and go into law.
Yes.
Yeah, hilariously enough, it was really, like during the last political or presidential election, there's all these like ads and whatnot. And so that's kind of what prompted me to one, look into politics and then kind of two, following that and looking into going to law overall. And I don't know how to connect, like, because I was really just sitting in my apartment when I was in college and something just came on TV and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it just kind of like started this whole cascade of ideas and that led me to joining like the pre-law society and talking to like the pre-law counselor and just kind of going from there. So it wasn't anything that happened. It was just kind of like, oh, this is just happens to be happening right now, happened to be on my TV, happened to watch it, and it's kind of sparked an idea.
I hear you. Yeah, well, there are a lot of pre-laws who were very inspired by the 2016 election to want to get involved in politics to make a difference. And so you certainly wouldn't be alone there. My concern would be that it doesn't fall within that cliche of
Right.
many folks getting inspired by politics. There was a so-called Trump bump, meaning increase in number of applicants to law school. So it's so big that it even has a name. Whether it's a
Yeah.
correlation causation thing, hard to say, but there are certainly many people who do have that particular reason. So I guess the question is, I would want you to tie in more. Okay, well, why for you, and why isn't science the way to do that? Or how
Mm.
can you perhaps
Okay.
take your science background, which is unique, and tie it into the legal practice that you want to practice in some way? Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.